very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
It is very scary that the super soldier experiments have started. It is very scary that the super soldier experiments have started. Bruce has been missing for a long time. Our world is in great danger. We need hope to win this war.
We've never seen anything even close to your level of exposure. That you survive an event like that, it's beyond my comprehension.
Being a superhero is a trial by fire. Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you? The transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
They want it as a weapon. If we let it go, we will never get it back.
All right. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let's see if we can get a little better on the fucking live streams. I've been fucking up. Fucked up. Turned this live into a part 2. Might be a part 3 if I start unstumbling shit while I'm reading. Like, this shit gonna be crazy. All right. Welcome back. I am King MattTheGod, and you are live. So let's get locked in to some craziness as usual. Well, on the first part, we talked about adrenaline. We start easing into Adrenachrome. Go back and look at the first part. There was some parts that I fucked up in the beginning I wanted to go over with y'all about what happens when what we consume into our bodies, as in animals and blood and the life force of other animals. I want to go into deep about what happens when we eat animals. I believe for the most part we're supposed to be just eating plants, the earth, not each other, because animals are an organism, life form similar to us. So it's basically like we're eating ourselves, especially if those animals have a soul. We haven't determined that yet, if animals have a soul, what density they exist in, and what levels of consciousness that they can get to as animals. So let's get into it. So the first video we uncovered about adrenaline and how it's activated automatically, like autopilot by your body and your brain when any danger proceeds. It almost just takes over, overrides, and goes into autopilot. It almost performs better than you would if you perceive the danger yourself and try to react. Your body just will react automatically. It don't got time to be waiting for you to put down that cigarette or that drink or put something down. It fight or flight. It goes right into action. And that's why I say I believe that level of consciousness that and autopilot that our body is in is almost like, say, like Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2 and 3 is going into a Super Saiyan 1 type of phase where it's like you're sharper in autopilot than you are if you were really trying to assess the danger and react on it as far as you think possible, that the best way you can avoid danger or whatever it is. So let's get into it. Let's drop me out the screen, get some PowerPoint up. Looks like it's more reading time. Let's get this reading out the way. I'm sorry. All right, let's get me out the way. Where the fuck am I? All right. So how y'all feeling? Hope y'all enjoy this live. Let's go. All right. The first video we was talking about adrenachrome and how adrenachrome is basically the adrenaline, the blood derivative, like mixed with the blood, whatever. Especially if it's good young blood. I believe that's why they say they doing kidnapping, killing, and unaliving kids and things. So for the most part, they say adrenachrome gives a euphoric. It gives it like basically boosts up. It puts you in that state of like that autopilot, and it probably gives you a little bit of a psychedelic, hallucinogenic. And they said it's similar to mescaline, a mescaline high. So it made me want to just look up mescaline just to see what's going on. What is mescaline? You know what's interesting? That you get mescaline out of cactuses. It's almost like the lifeblood of cactuses. That's the adrenaline. Adrenaline, mescaline. Say if you pronounce adrenaline, adrenaline. All right. So what is mescaline? Mescaline is the active psychedelic compound in several species of hallucinogenic cacti. It's best known as part of peyote, a cactus that grows across Mexico and the southwestern United States. And also they said the andrus cactus or something like that. I've been looking at it. I'm like, yo, I mean, they said you can legally grow it as like a house plant or something, a pet. But if you try to like harvest it for like drug manufacturing or anything, they gonna fucking throw you all the way in jail, because they probably know it does some next level shit to you if you microdose. We can get into that a little bit too. But also, shit, I'm be like, yo, I need to get me one of these fucking Andres cactus. Is it Andreas? Andres? Anders? I gotta look it up. Alright, so pure mescaline is a fine white crystal that looks like table salt. It has a bitter flavor. Some people also take mescaline as peyote, a small round green cactus with a bitter taste, or as a San Pedro cactus, a tall cylindrical green cactus with fluted ribs. I'm like, hold up. So all these cactuses we used to see in our aunts and mom's house and different things, like if I see one of these cactuses now, I'll be like, give me that. Cut that joint open. Be high as shit, like I'm fucked up. Alright, but it made me think of a lot of shit that our grandmas and aunts and different things had in their head. They had the cats. Remember, I went in with the cats and they have their own little parasites and different things going on in their type body that can control us, make us more susceptible, mind control. Ooh, we can go deep. And our grandmas used to have like cactuses. Like mom used to have, our grandmas used to have all that motherfucking voodoo shop right in their house. We didn't even know. Like, shit made me think, what was in them fucking them butterscotch candies? What's in them strawberry candies? What else we did? You open up the can and shit like, ooh, cookies. Shit, fucking pens and sewing shit. Like, the fuck's going on in here? What kind of alchemy going on here, grandma? Alright, so let's go to the next one. Like, what does taking mescaline feel like? Mescaline's effects are called a trip. They last for 10 to 14 hours. Damn, that's the problem. Some of the stuff too strong, you gotta be micro dosing. Like, you can't be boom, take it, and you fucking riding Aladdin's carpet for fucking 10 hours. Like, you can't go to work like that. It's too much. Alright. Visual hallucinations or distortions, enhanced colors, kaleidoscopic patterns, pixelation of surfaces. Damn, what the fuck is this, Roblox? When I first read it, I was like, damn. Oh my, like, shit, Roblox. What did I say? Synesthesia. I'm butchering these words, and I'm supposed to be smart. Mixing of the senses, for example, being able to see music or taste things you touch. It's like that. What do they call it? Ayahuasca. I've been meaning to try to take a trip and like get one of them ayahuasca camps and give me a little dose. Like, watch over my body. Like, don't be doing no diddy shit to me while I'm fucking and on the moon somewhere, and then I come back to my body. Like, what happened? Real shit, you gotta have the right group around you, man. Protect my body when I go on this journey. Like, we jerking me off. Wait, I gotta get through this live. All right. Auditory hallucinations, euphoria, positive mood. That's a good thing. Ego death. That's what I thought was interesting about a mescaline. Feeling connected to the world around you, loss of separate sense of self. So damn shit, we need to give a lot of these motherfuckers out here this shit, man. Niggas be on that ego trip. Take this mescaline. Nigga be like, I don't even know why I was tripping. While I'm saying I ain't the shit. Alright, a dreamlike state, altered sense of time. That's another thing I paid attention. Altered sense of time. Seems like a lot of these things, chemicals and drugs and adrenaline and adrenachrome is altering your sense of time. Like, so it goes back to the quantum mind. Like, does time exist, or are we just assessing time slower and faster of the importance of the moment? You having a banging beautiful moment with your wife or your kid or something, it's like the memories are a little more slowed down. Stuff that isn't really important, you don't perceive time slow. It's fast. It happened fast. Whatever, get the day over with. It's like saves data, your memory, like of the importance of the moment and how you perceive time, and could these chemicals running through our veins kind of slow time down for us? It's interesting. All right, mystical experiences, feeling like you're meeting God. Hey, what up, my boy? Like, fist bump. or strike me, like a sense of something greater than yourself, etc. Anxiety, no. Nausea, no. Alright, so you see here I got the chemical compound structure of mescaline. Ain't like I can fucking put that shit together. Alright, so this is where the first lab started at. It was between the Lyrian and the Orion War. Some deep alien spaceship. Like, if you follow my other videos, you might be following along a little bit. So they think the Atlanteans and the Anunnaki, or Atlanteans for the most part, the mixture of the Lyrians and is like and it's like, I don't know if they mix with the Dracons or like a lizard type species, humanoid, and end up creating like a humanoid, and then eventually they mixed this with ape a little bit and got the modern humanoid. Alright. But my point was, when these guys, the Dracons, we can go on Dracons too, like I'm ahead of my time, boy. I don't want to go too deep on y'all. They was basically colonizers, and they came over to take over the Lyrians planet, take over their shit, and as it was killing them, these nasty motherfucking cannibals was eating them a little bit too. And they noticed that when they eat them, especially if motherfuckers died and you killed them and they was in a big grip of fear, of course, that's another thing I want to go into. The release of chemicals. When you're killing an animal, when you release in a bad way, that's why farms, it seems like a lot of times they try to like cover their animal's face or his eyes. They don't want the animal to know it's about to die, because when you kill something and when it's under a great amount of stress or fear, your body has some type of a mechanism that releases adrenaline, but it's mixed with that fear. I don't know if it's heightened, it's a negative vibration of that energy or whatever's going on, and it gets released in your body. So if you kill an animal properly, that's why I believe that we get sick a lot of influenzas, because we're eating the bad energy of these animals. A chicken, you get the flu, the modern normal flu we get every year is from eating chicken. Remember when mad cow disease came along? Well, I'm pretty sure 1,000 cows stuffed in a barn and they know they about to get slaughtered. That may induce some very bad energy in them before you kill them. And that's where mad cow came from. It turned into an influenza type fucking virus or infection in their blood. That's why you're supposed to be cooking the animal pretty good. You're not really supposed to be eating raw food, the life force blood of an animal, especially if it's killed wrong, slaughtered wrong. So we get a lot of different flus, so stay up on that. I'm gonna do a video on that, on influenzas and flus and a lot of sicknesses that we get from eating animals. Y'all not ready though. Alright, so these guys was eating other guys, and they noticed they was getting like a euphoric, a high, like that mescaline and that and adrenachrome, and they was getting and it was even absorbing like the psychic energy a little bit of the Lyrians that they was killing. And it's kind of in this video was describing it was the first time they started noticing that they eat different species and getting different powers from them, or a high from them. You eating, you ingesting a spirit. So let's just keep it, let's just go straight to it. Like, all right, so let's get me up the screen, let's go into that, and then we go to the next reading time. I'm going in deep. I hope y'all can keep up. I'm gonna go fast, but y'all gotta keep up. Slow it down, 0.5 or something.
Immense. They witnessed the destruction of their homes, cities, and much of the ancient technology that had sustained life on their planet. The reptilian soldiers discovered a perverse pleasure not only in the act of killing Lyran beings, but also in the taste of the feline, Lyran beings specifically, deeming them soft and easy prey. However, the most sinister aspect of their conquest was the realization by the Dracos that the emotions of Lyrans, or any being they consumed, particularly the emotion of terror, induced an intense euphoria. The feline Lyrans were subjected to torture and consumption, with the Dracos feasting not only on their flesh, but also on the horrific psychic energy of their emotional vibrations, a phenomenon known as loosh. This grim discovery of dark energy, coupled with the intrusion of Archons, exacerbated the Draconians' most malevolent tendencies, creating a consciousness grid. This marked the beginning of the original Serpent in the Garden narrative, introducing concepts of murder, torture, war, and polarized duality consciousness into the humanoid psyche. The Dracos instilled fear into the etheric DNA, setting the stage for an enduring struggle for all future physical densities in the universe. Meanwhile, peaceful Draconians who opposed their...
Wait, boy. No wait, boy. Boy,
Maybe
no
us
wait,
eating
boy, ain't no wait,
other
boy.
type beings like that.
Boy,
That's
ain't no
like
wait,
outside of like animals and trees.
Boy, ain't no
Animals
wait,
and trees
boy.
might be the same way, but
Boy, ain't no fucking wait.
it's probably
boy.
a little more positive energy frequency that's inside the trees when you're eating them. Remember I told you, you can get mescaline from cactuses and peyote plants and stuff. So the mescaline is like the adrenaline of the plants, I guess. So laid that out for you. Kind of interesting, right? They was getting high off eating their bodies, and it was getting like getting a little bit of a psychic energy, vibration energy. It goes deep. All right, so let's go to the next one. Oh man, look, eating animals causes pandemics.
Welcome to my channel. I'm Vegan Games. Eating animals causes pandemics. If we don't take action now, eating animals will be the death of us. This is the topic of this video. A disease that can pass from animals to humans is called a zoonotic disease. 3 out of every 4 new or emerging infectious diseases in people come from animals. Zoonotic diseases are responsible for nearly 3 million human deaths a year. There are over 200 zoonotic diseases and just 56 of them affect 2.5 billion people. COVID-19 is one of many zoonotic diseases. Others include SARS, MERS, Ebola, and HIV.
Yup. It don't seem like a lot of diseases come from crossbreeding or some type of cross-contamination with other animals. It even goes the same way with human-to-human contact. I'm pretty sure. That's why it's almost like, damn, that one made me think, damn, we gotta be separate, all living in a bubble, not spreading no germs, not touching each other. Same way when you have sex, you're cross-contaminating, so you gotta be careful who you fucking. You get that wrong energy from that motherfucker. I always say it, sex is like spiritual. Like you get the physical germs, and you can get the spiritual germs. Whatever bad vibration they've been doing, you might get a little bit of that too. Now think about that. Cross contamination with all these type animals is causing a lot of shit.
Welcome to my channel. Eating animals will be the death of us. This is the topic of this video. A disease that can pass from animals to humans is called a zoonotic disease. 3 out of every 4 new or emerging infectious diseases in people come from animals. Zoonotic diseases are responsible for nearly 3 million human deaths a year. There are over 200 zoonotic diseases and just 56 of them affect 2.5 billion people. COVID-19 is one of many zoonotic diseases. Others include SARS, MERS, Ebola, and HIV. These all came from animals. Scientists have been warning about the health risk posed by intensive factory farms for years. Zoonotic diseases are mainly transmitted through trading wildlife and the animal agriculture industry, where animals are kept in the utmost squalid and cramped conditions. We are enclosing ever-increasing numbers of animals in filthy, overcrowded sheds, and these animals are more susceptible to disease due to the extreme stress of these inhumane factory sheds.
Yep.
These are the ideal breeding grounds for diseases to mutate, mix, and spread to cause the next pandemic.
It's the same way with your body right now. If you're in a bad mood all the time, under stress all the time, miserable all the time, sad all the time, you're easily susceptible to getting sick, to getting fevers, and so it's always good to even like, you know, the body follows the mind and the mind follows the body. It's always good to try to remain in a good mood, good spirits, even when things are going wrong. Trying to like be optimistic, be happy, break that energy, because as you can see, like I said, these animals in these farms, these giant farms, that's a miserable way to live. The animal knows he's going to get killed one day. It's like, so you're in a bad vibration already. So of course they get sick and susceptible to a lot of these parasites and viruses, and then we chop them up and eat them.
New viruses are also appearing with increasing frequency. By expanding factory farming, we are increasing the chances of another zoonotic pandemic, all for the sake of our global hunger for meat. This is so obvious, but the media are not reporting this. I wonder who buys their ad space in their publications. Human activity and the expansion of animal agriculture has changed 3/4 of the planet's surface.
And that's why I want to remind you again, there was always a deep science, alchemy, and magic to praying. While we pray over our food, it's like you're almost trying to break that energy. If maybe that animal had bad energy when it got killed, and it's trying to pass on to you, then it gets to the restaurant, and then the cook is in a bad mood, and he's cooking your shit, alchemy, cooking your food up in a bad mood, bad energy, and then it gets to you. And then you notice how sometimes when you getting your food, you got an attitude, what's taking so long on my food? Because it's a chain. Ooh, I'm going in, baby. It's a chain of bad energy handed right on down from the mistreatment of the animal right on down to serving the food. So a lot of times you pray over that food and bless the food. It's like you got to break it. Like you got to break that energy. Just say I'm preaching. Y'all don't want me to do this on y'all.
90% of farmed animals across the world are now kept in factory farms. In an interview with The Guardian, Professor Thomas Lovejoy said 2 to 4 new viruses are being created every year as a result of human infringement on the natural world, and any one of those could turn into a pandemic. Another huge issue is the overuse of antibiotics. Superbugs or antibiotic-resistant bacterial infections results from the overuse of antibiotics. 75% of the world's antibiotics are used in animal agriculture, and that's not surprising given the squalid conditions of these factory farms. So as well as new emerging viruses coming from factory farms or from wild animals taken to markets, we have another serious global threat of antimicrobial resistance, also known as AMR. In 2016, a government review warned about the deaths caused by AMR each year will rise to 10 million by 2050 if no action is taken. That means AMR will kill more people than cancer. Due to the increasing global demand for meat, it's predicted that antibiotic use in cattle, chicken and pigs worldwide will increase by 67% by 2030. Governments have forced the world to wear masks and stand 2 meters apart. But animals are still housed in overcrowded, filthy factories. Why? Governments are ignoring the causes of pandemics, and they take huge amounts of money from the powerful animal agriculture industry and from pharmaceuticals to create vaccines. Why bite the hand that feeds you, even if the cost is a pandemic? We must internalize the connection between animal agriculture and environmental destruction, antibiotic resistance and disease outbreak. We need to stand up and shame our leaders into action. There is a lot more evidence in the video description. This should be a wake-up call for all of us, but it has fallen on deaf ears. Eating animals causes pandemics. If we don't take action now, eating animals will be the death of us. Go vegan now. Vegan Games says peace out.
My boy talk your shit. My man was spitting, yo. This motherfucker spitting. He was spitting that last 60 seconds. Real shit. I ain't want the video to go into some anti-agriculture type, anti-big business shit. But goddamn, he hit it right on the nail. Look what y'all doing to us. Like, It's reading time. Damn, I don't want to read this, but fuck it, let's go. Let's go. Go, 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 go. You see the blood vials? I don't know why it made me think about Blade. Daywalker. Alright. Adrenachrome is a chemical compound produced by the oxidation of adrenaline. So that's basically when the adrenaline starts getting oxidated, like, and as you see, epinephrine is basically adrenaline. It was the subject of limited research from the 1950s through to the 1970s as a potential cause of schizophrenia. So the oxidation of the adrenaline inside your body causes schizophrenia, because it's almost like it gives you a super small slight dose, microdose of adrenochrome, of a mescaline type euphoric effect. And I guess in schizophrenia, basically it makes people crazy, think different things, lost touch with reality type stuff. So it's almost like a warning. Too much of altered adrenaline in some form, even though it may boost you or heal you or give you a little bit supernatural ability short term, it can cause you to lose touch with reality. So that's an interesting thought too. Too much adrenaline and adrenochrome and these type chemicals that is bad. All right. While it has no current medical application, why? Adrenachrome. Yeah, because the elites, they don't want the motherfuckers, nobody, they drinking that shit like Kool-Aid probably. The semi-carbazide derivative carbazochrome is a hemostatic medication. Despite this compound's name, it is unrelated to the element chromium. Instead, the chrome suffix indicates a relationship to color, as pure adrenochrome is deep violet. So it's turned red more to purplish. Violet is like red and purple. Alright, chemistry. The oxidation reaction that converts adrenaline into adrenochrome occurs both in vivo and in vitro. I think that means inside or outside the body. I'm pretty sure. Silver oxide, Ag2O, was among the first reagents employed for this, but a variety of other oxidizing agents have been used successfully. They're using silver oxide to oxidize the fucking adrenaline. In solution, adrenochrome is pink, and further oxidation of the compound causes it to polymerize into brown or black melanin compounds. Whew. These words be just hitting. I don't even gotta do nothing. Polymerize into brown or black melanin compounds. Ooh. So eventually some type of alchemical transformation into some type of melanin type supplement. You know, they were saying the guys with talking about they was getting powers from eating ambrosia. It sounds like some like damn ambrosia. I got a cousin named Amber. Like you eating black people? No, I'm just out. Ambrosia. What was y'all doing? Who was y'all eating? All right, let's go into the next video. Little something for y'all.
What's going on, Alpha and Omega fam? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, this one was highly requested from Nick Natoli. It's called Adrenachrome. Now, for those of you that don't know what adrenachrome actually is it's a chemical compound that's the breakdown from the oxidation of adrenaline, right? So, this also falls back onto a lot of big conspiracy theories going around right now and from times of old. some of you might not be aware that basically what adrenochrome is it's the harvesting of adrenaline from the blood of children, right? Sounds fucked up, right? So that's that's the whole conspiracy that's going around with QAnon and Pizzagate and all that right now about how the Hollywood elite are killing babies and drinking their blood and stuff. Well, this also goes back to what they called the Dark Ages, right? Know your history, people. Learn some lessons. So back in the Dark Ages, Jewish people, Jews, were accused of drinking the blood of children. And this is also back in the time.
What the fuck is this piece
Adam
of
Ooze
shit?
people gonna be like, what the fuck is this piece of shit? Strike his channel down. I ain't said it. He said it. He said it. I ain't said he said it. And he looks pretty ooish to me. He definitely is in his DNA. So as I said, white people can speak out about certain things, but they might still don't understand that that's still their people. But as long as he's on our side, I don't give a fuck if he got some of their DNA, because he looks like sons of Japheth to me. Looks a little Ashkenazi-ish. Northeast European. They're all the same sons of Japheth. Alright, let me keep going. But shit, as long as he's on our side, I don't go fuck. What the fuck? As long as he's on the side of the united race, like, we about to, like I said, we need to create a name for this shit, like the Confederation, like, we the Galactic Confederation of Worlds, nigga. Of gods. Alright, let's go.
Time of plagues and just insanity, right? So, a little history lesson for you, right? So, I'm a little curious to see what he's got to say in this song. I mean, adrenochrome's like a really big conspiracy theory right now. So, all right, Nick, what you got? Sorry, people. Real life, real reactions, right? That's what Franklin cover up. The man's giving you guys some wisdom here. And look, I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist. I do like facts. Okay? But how do you know something's a fact unless you do the research to prove it, right? So, and QAnon, all right, I'm with the Q, all right? I'm definitely with the Q. So y'all need to do your research, man. Trust me, there's some stuff out there that freak you out once you start reading about it. All right? And it's proven, it's facts. Whew, but there's
As I tell you, I speed through these videos, but it's like, I don't got time to be sitting here holding your hand and going through all the research. Just start Googling these words. And you'll be like, oh, and it's just, you're going to fall down a rabbit hole. My bad. I'm going to help you back up, though. See, me, I can go up and down the rabbit hole. I can fly up and go back to reality. But I don't want to be back in the Matrix. Like, y'all niggas is blind.
Schizophrenia is a psychotic disorder that's characterized by a breakdown in the relationship of the human mind with the external reality. It can take the form of ideas that really have no basis in reality, and these ideas are held despite having evidence to the contrary. It can also take the form of abnormal behaviors. A classic example of this is wearing many heavy winter coats on a hot summer day for no reason, without an explanation. Schizophrenia is also...
That's fucked up, because we see them type people all the time. I guess we can... I mean, I've always identified people's, diagnosed people. A lot of people from the hood, they do have schizophrenia all over the world, any neighborhood. But as far as what I see in the hood, yeah, definitely a lot of people, schizophrenia, lost touch of reality, sense of time, the weather. It's pretty fucked up. And we're going to go into... I think we went into a little bit of what causes schizophrenia, though. Schizophrenia is basically like it's a problem with that adrenaline system of what that fight or flight system. Like, so you've been getting too much. It's the oxidization of the adrenaline inside your body, and it's probably causing a little bit of super slow high. You lose your mind type shit. Like, so all right, that's deep, right?
Also associated with cognitive impairments. So not everybody, but many people afflicted by this condition will have abnormalities in their thinking, in their memory, and their overall cognitive function. Schizophrenia affects roughly equal numbers of men and women. The diagnosis is usually made in the 18 to 25 age window, and the incidence of this condition is roughly equal around the world. Schizophrenia is also associated with a high risk for suicide. Roughly 5% of people with schizophrenia will die by suicide. Schizophrenia is also associated with an early mortality. There's a so-called mortality gap for people with schizophrenia.
Damn. You ain't had to hit them all fucked up like that. Before I don't want to put this picture up. Not yet. I want to tell you, like, I feel like I can control my adrenaline. Like, I don't know if I said it earlier. Like right now, I could just sit and just, like, pause. It's almost like a feeling of trying to vibrate all your molecules inside your body, like, real fast. And it just feels like it just releases like a spark. It's hard to explain, man. I'll be on some deep shit. All right, let's go to bull. It's fucked up. So this is anaphylaxis. It's basically when it's caused when you get stung by a bee, you eat something you're allergic to, chemical, poison, anything, and it's causing your body to go in shock. So that's what they use the EpiPens for. That has effervescine or whatever it is. Basically adrenaline. Give you a shot of adrenaline. So adrenaline seems like these type sciences, adrenaline and adrenachrome, it can heal you a little bit. Like, it can heal you, but it causes your heart rate to go too fast though, and it can cause like your heart attacks and different things. So that's the problem with EpiPens. You can't just take it for no reason. You just sitting there like, let me just take an EpiPen. Your heart going to explode. All right, so anaphylaxis is a serious, potential fatal allergic reaction and medical emergency that is rapid in onset and requires immediate medical attention regardless of use of emergency medication on site. It typically causes more than one of the following: an itchy rash, throat closing due to swelling that can obstruct or stop breathing, severe tongue swelling that can also interfere with or stop breathing, shortness of breath, vomiting, lightheadedness, loss of consciousness, low blood pressure, and medical shock. These symptoms typically start in minutes to hours and then increase very rapidly to life-threatening levels. Urgent medical treatment is required to prevent serious harm and death. Even if the patient has used an EpiPen or has taken other medications in response, and even if symptoms appear to be improving. Yeah, get your ass to the hospital if your shit's swelling up like that, my boy. That's fucked up. And I've seen a lot of people in, even like just in the community, like they be rashing up like that. Like, could it be like allergic reaction to something? You need a healing, my boy. All right. What is anaphylaxis? Anaphylaxis is a severe, potentially life-threatening allergic reaction. We read all this, and basically it could be peanuts, venom, bee sting, different things. So let's wrap this up. What did we cover here? EpiPen. What is EpiPen used for? Sometimes to heal, sometimes to keep you from going into anaphylactic shock, I believe it's called. Your body's about to shut down, so it's that adrenaline. And what is in adrenaline that's so powerful that can be like, where is it stored? Is it stored in our brain, like in a storage, or is it like automatically in our blood, and a signal from our brain just activates it to just start coming out our blood? I think more is stored in our brain. That's why they say the fear and get children scared before you drink their blood and different creepy shit. You're trying to get the brain to release that adrenaline. which they probably harvest the blood and then they let it oxidate a little bit. They give it that adrenachrome super punch. It's almost like fermenting, like you're fermenting a drink or a liquid or a fruit juice and turn it to alcohol. You're making it more stronger and potent. So we need to go back into fermenting and what the fuck is going on? What is it doing? And why are things become more powerful as they with bacteria and things affecting it? And all right, so let's get PowerPoint off the screen. I'm glad you came to join me. I'm gonna wrap this up. I might even get a little information on how to, like, do a part 3. Because this is a very, very interesting topic. Like, this is a very, very interesting topic. And I'm glad you came here with me today. You could be anywhere else. You might land here. But I'm glad you was here. So, I'm about to just click all my memes again. I'll be looking like that. I'm about to just click them all. All right. So we out of here. Thanks for coming in. Check me out next time.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Game over.